Everybody, and welcome to this week's tarot reading. I don't know about you, but I had fun last week when we used the Mythic Tarot, so I thought I'd give it another whirl. This tarot deck is based on the Rider-Waite-Smith, slightly different in places, um, but its storyline is surrounded by Greek mythology. So I've shuffled the deck for a while now, and I'll just check and we'll see what this particular deck has to say this week. Okay, I'll cut our deck. We'll take the top three cards. Our first card will look at the present moment, what is going on in our field right now. Our second card is going to look at the past influence that brought us here. And our third card will look to a future potential. So I'm looking at our first card and we have the Four of Wands. Now, the cool thing about this particular deck is each of the suits represents a particular mythological story. And this one is about Jason and the Golden Fleece. So if we remember from the story, Jason is challenged to go find the Golden Fleece. And in order to do so, he builds a ship, the ship being the Argo. And if you remember, those that go along with him on this journey, on this challenge, are called the Argonauts. Here we see the congregation of each of the elements. So we have water, we have earth, we have air, and we have fire here in the Four of Wands, which is the fire element. And we see Jason here stood in celebration of building the ship, the Argo. So this is prior to him disembarking and setting off. So there's a sense of completion in terms of the ship has been built, but we still are at the beginning of our journey. And so in essence, that is what the Four of Wands is suggesting. Are we currently in a place of a gentle celebration of tasks complete, but we still know we have quite a ways to go? So let's see what brought us there. Okay, a major arcana card brought us here, and quite a relative one too. We have death. So in this particular deck, death is represented by Hades, the god of the underworld. And he always wears a mask to hide his face so that we cannot see him. Now we know that we cannot escape Hades. We cannot escape death. In fact, those that go into the underworld never return. Here we see people naked offering up. We have a golden crown. We have some coins and a little child there offering the innocence of a flower. But here we see a withered, barren land, but over the river Styx, if we remember the river Styx, is where the souls are taken across to find the next journey. We see this beautiful green, hilly landscape and a bright sun. So in our past, we have had a death of an idea, a death of a project, something that has completely come to the end, no more, it is done, there is no going back. And we're at the edges of the river Styx now, ready to embark on that new journey, which goes completely with Jason's current position of being ready to set off. So something in our field right now, we're ready to set off. We're feeling quite good about ourselves because we've already finished another project. Let's see where it's going. Another major arcana. So remember the majors, we want to pay attention. So here we have justice. Now, justice is represented by Athene. Now, Athene was born out of the top of the head of Zeus. And right there, we know from the top of the head, we're in the air element of thinking. Even though justice is a major arcana card, it still has a lot of that air quality, and we see that with the sword. Now, the sword is pointing straight up, so it's an absolute definitive decision of choice and judgment, okay? But she sits between the pillars of right and wrong. And in essence, we see this balance in her scales. We see the balance in the scales and the sword pointing straight up. Now, she is quite warlike, very masculine in her essence, but she also can be very feminine, which is why there's this balance in the card. So she'll be somebody that would not hesitate to embark on cutting down those that deceive her or upset her. But she's also very feminine in the way that she can sit and do some embroidery. Now, that would be represented by the pillars and obviously the two sides of the sword, the two-edged sword. So moving forward, this is suggesting that we be careful that we don't get one idea in our head, because remember, we're setting off on this new journey after celebrating. It's not just one idea and ours is right, no one else can think for you. No, this is about being open to alternative perspectives, but being fair and honest and being able to be justful in the next course of action. And remember, she has this beautiful owl sitting on her shoulder, which are the eyes of Zeus watching her. So remember, she's the daughter of Zeus and he is keeping his eye on her, even though he's very, very comfortable with her centered position in life. So there we go. We have a celebration of something almost complete, but a journey about to embark. That came from a complete end to something completely finished. And now we just need to make sure that we don't stay too stuck in one idea. So that's the reading. Excellent. And I'll see you next week. Bye.